Hey Slayer Scroll, in this video that you're about to see, I'm going to be talking about how God uses the devil. And yes, I know that sounds weird, so if you're interested in that, I need you to stay to the end to hear everything that I have to say about it. But right now, we're going to be starting by reading out of chapter 50 of Genesis, verse 20. And it says, "Even though you intended to do harm to me, God intended it for good in order to preserve a numerous people, as he is doing today." All right, so when you read this Bible verse and those leading up to it, you do not see a situation where the God and the devil are interacting or somebody and the devil are interacting. This is specifically a situation that happened with Joseph and his brothers, and this passage is him forgiving his brothers. So the Bible verse itself in context doesn't fit the discussion I want to have today, but when we take it out of context and we just look at it blankly, it does kind of illustrate the topic that I want to bring to you, which is how the God uses the devil in each and every one of our lives. All right, so the idea of God using the devil, I know that sounds strange, it's interesting, but the reason why I propose this idea is the fact that when we look, let's take a look at some examples. So prayer, when you are praying, you would think to yourself, this is you and God's private time. God is talking, God is listening. The devil shouldn't be into that conversation, but what we find a lot of times when we're praying is that that's one of the most times that we can definitely know that the devil is attacking us. We get distracted very easily. We have random thoughts popping into our head. We start praying about stuff that we didn't want to pray for in the beginning of our prayer. It's very hard to actually stay in consistent and intentful prayer because the devil's attacking you. That's one thing. Another thing could be when you're looking to the future and you start getting scared. You don't know what you're going to have to go through. You don't know what you're going to have to do. You don't know what's ahead of you. You don't know really anything. It's the unknown and you get scared. All of these things, and there's many more things, but these things are all of the devil and it's God's allowing. I don't want you to think of the devil of having so much power that he places himself in our lives and he acts in these ways that make us question God, doubt God, that ruin our faith, that waver our faith. I want you to think of it as God allows him to do that. And why would that be? I think it's because in those moments, that's when we have the most faith. In those moments, that's when we become the most grateful for God. In those moments, we actually learn the value of holding our faith, holding trust, and we learn the value of knowing that, hey, don't worry about tomorrow because today has its own problems. And with God, tomorrow will work itself out. That everything works out for good in the end. So today, right now, I want to invite you to this thought process that, hey, the devil does not have power over you. Rather, God allows him into your life to give you a blessing of gratitude. So be grateful today.